Santa invites Hindus, Sikhs, Jains, Buddhists, Parsis and Christians settled in India to apply for Indian citizenship. Once completed, the Batadrawa project will transform the holy site of Shankardev's birth into a global and national tourist hotspot. Tamulpur MLA Lehuram Boro passes away of COVID-linked complications. Indian Railways delivers over 20,000 metric tons of liquid medical oxygen to various states in the country. And Indian boxers Shiv Thapa, Amit Panghal and Sanjit storm in the finals of Asian Boxing Championship in Dubai. A very good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin from the studios of DDK Guwahati. This is Hansraj, and now the stories in detail. Santa has invited applications for Indian citizenship from Hindus, Sikhs, Jains, Buddhists, Parsis and Christians from Afghanistan, Pakistan and Bangladesh who have taken shelter in India. Thus, people are residing in 13 districts of Gujarat, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, Haryana and Punjab. The Union Home Ministry issued a notification in this regard yesterday for immediate implementation of the new order under the Citizenship Act 1955. People who are eligible to apply for Indian citizenship are those currently living in the districts of Morbi, Rajkot, Patan and Vadodara of Gujarat. Other places are Baloda Bazaar in Chhattisgarh, Zalor, Udaipur, Pali, Barmar and Sirohi in Rajasthan, Faridabad in Haryana and Jalandhar in Punjab. Visiting the hallowed portals of Shankardev's birthplace, Batadrawa, Assam Chief Minister said once the Batadrawa project is completed, the holy site will transform into an international and national tourist hotspot. The divine sound of the Tal, Khol and Doba and Ka will reverberate in the azure blue heavens, added the Chief Minister. Reviewing the progress of the Batadrawa project, whose foundation was laid by the Union Home Minister Amit Shah, the Chief Minister said despite several impediments initially, Batadrawa has a smooth sail in terms of roads and other public utilities. The project will also be completed on time, Dr. Harma averred. Spending time with the Batadrawa Than Committee, which fettered the Chief Minister informed journalists about the review of the Batadrawa project. Assam Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma today expressed his heartfelt condolences at the passing away of Tamulpur MLA Lehuram Boro. He directed the Minister UG Brahma and MLA Ashok Singhal to attend the last rites with State Guard of Honor. BTR Chief Executive Member Pramod Boro also expressed his deepest condolences on the demise of Lehuram Boro. The UPPL MLA was admitted to GMCH after testing positive for COVID-19 on Thursday last. He suffered a stroke last evening and breathed his last this morning around 9. He is the second MLA from Bodoland region to die from COVID-related complications close on the heels of Gosaigaon MLA Majendra Narjari, who died on May 26th. Pramod Boro, in his condolence, termed his demise a great loss to the public and society as a whole and prayed for the departed soul. Various organizations and individuals have also expressed their condolences. The All Boro Students Union, Abdu, too, condoled the demise of the MLA. The final rites of Lehuram Boro were solemnized on the banks of the Kumarikata Kolahnodi River under Tamulpur subdivision. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar said India has indicated a willingness to import vaccines and accept vaccines that have been cleared by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Talking to the media in Washington, Dr. Jaishankar said there was a discussion about such possibilities at a policy level, but this is a decision the administration has to make. On whether the U.S. administration spoke to him for India's help in COVID origin probe, the minister said a group of World Health Organization officials visited China and submitted a report. He said India's position is that a report is the first step and further studies should be done for a robust position. He said it was not discussed during his visit to the US. Replying to a query on Quad, Dr. Jaishankar said it fills a very important gap that emerged in contemporary times. He said it is a reflection of the contemporary nature of the world order. Indian Railways has delivered more than 20,000 metric tons of liquid medical oxygen in more than 300 oxygen express trains to various states across the country. On mission mode, till now, Oxygen Expresses offloaded medical oxygen in around 39 cities in 15 states across the country. Oxygen Expresses offloaded liquid medical oxygen, or LMO, at 41 stations in these 39 cities and towns. Oxygen relief by Oxygen Expresses reached the 15 states, namely Uttarakhand, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, Haryana, Telangana, Punjab, Kerala, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Jharkhand and Assam. The Ministry of Education today launched Yuva, the Prime Minister's scheme for mentoring young authors. It is an author mentorship program to train young and budding authors below 30 years. The launch of Yuva, the acronym for Young, Upcoming and Versatile Authors, is in tune with Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision to encourage young writers to write about India's freedom struggle. Yuva is a part of India at 75 project to bring to the fore perspectives of the young generation of writers on themes such as unsung heroes, freedom fighters and unknown and forgotten places. Meghalaya Deputy Chief Minister Preston Tynsong has informed that the centre has sanctioned 6.7 crore rupees for creation of 2 prefab corona health facilities for effective tackling of the second wave of COVID-19 pandemic. Informing this after the review meeting on Thursday, Tynsong informed that the fund for setting up these 210-bed corona care centres in Shillong, East Khasi Hills and Tura, West Garo Hills has been sanctioned through the Ministry for Development of North-Eastern Region. On the criticisms from various quarters to construct the prefab structures, he clarified that they are going ahead with this due to the urgency to have such infrastructures at the earliest.
Will be establishing. One is in Shillong and the other one is in Tura. And the capacity of these 2 will be for 200 beds. 100 will be in Shillong and
in Meghalaya, in a bid to contribute towards the fight against COVID-19, Vantes Khandkhar, a student of Sip Singh Memorial Higher Secondary School in Nongstoin, West Khasi Hills, developed an automated hand sanitizer machine. This came about under the aegis of the Professional Academy of Electronic and Hardware. The product was formally launched by the Deputy Commissioner, West Khasi Hills District recently. The machine was developed with the use of bamboo and steel. It works on a sensor, preventing individuals from touching the machine to squeeze out the liquid. The machine has a capacity of 1.5 liters and costs between 1,000 to 1,600 rupees. Comparable machines in the market are sold for 4 times that amount.
Use their skills and then they can make use in order that they can generate income. This boy is from class 11 that time, and some of them are there, but then he is working, he has more ideas than the rest.
The country has surplus quantity of antiviral drug remdesivir due to centre's active intervention. Informing the nation about the surplus quantity of remdesivir, Union Minister of State for Chemicals and Fertilizers Mansukh Mandavia said production of the vital drug has been ramped up nearly 10 times in a short span of just 1 month. The nation today produces around 350,000 vials of remdesivir in a single day. The minister said the number of production plants of the antiviral drug has increased from 20 to nearly 60 plants within a month. Availability of remdesivir would be monitored continuously, the minister said. Indian boxers Shiv Thapa, Amit Panghal and Sanjeev have reached the finals of Asian Boxing Championship in Dubai with resounding victories in the last 4 stages yesterday. While Panghal outpunched Saken Bibosinov of Kazakhstan 5-0, Thapa, the first Indian boxer in the tournament history to secure 5 medals, won over defending champion Bakhtiar Usmanov of Tajikistan to make the finals with a 4-0 verdict. Second set, Sanjeev defeated Tursunov Sanjar of Uzbekistan by 5-0. However, national champion Virendra Singh settled for the bronze medal because Krishan Yadav also finished with a bronze medal. Panghal will now face reigning Olympic and world champion Shahobuddin Jorodov of Uzbekistan in the final on Monday. The national COVID-19 recovery rate has further improved to 90.80%. At 1.73 lakh daily new cases, the declining trend in new cases is being maintained. The daily new cases are the lowest in the last 45 days. In the last 24 hours, 3,617 deaths were reported. With this, that till due to the pandemic has reached 3,22,512. Under the nationwide vaccination drive, 20.89 crore vaccine doses have been administered so far. Over 30,62,000 vaccine doses were administered. In the COVID scenario, in the northeast, Arunachal Pradesh has reported a caseload of 3,854 active cases, followed by 22,352 discharge cases. Tally for the dead is 111, reporting 53,317 active cases. Assam has a count of 3,40,178 released cases, even as the dead tally 3,168. Manipur has a count of 7,602 active cases, while the cured cases number 39,480. The death toll is 761. Reporting 8,025 active cases, Meghalaya has notched up 25,266 discharge cases, even as the dead account for 544. Mizoram has a caseload of 2,981 active cases, even as cured cases logged 8,463. The dead tallied 35. Representing a caseload of 4,990 active cases, Nagaland has topped 15,882 released cases, even as tally for the dead is 343. Reporting 3,604 active cases, Sikkim has a caseload of 3,794 active cases, followed by 10,597 discharged cases, even as the dead account for 243. Tripura has 6,900 active cases, followed by 42,468 released cases. The death toll is 498. And to end news, the main points once again. Centre invites Hindus, Sikhs, Jains, Buddhists, Parsis and Christians sheltered in India to apply for Indian citizenship. Once completed, the Botadrowa project will transform the holy site of Shankardev's birth into a global and national tourist hotspot. Tamulpur MLA Lehuram Boro passes away of COVID-linked complications. Indian Railways delivers over 20,000 metric tons of liquid medical oxygen to various states in the country. And Indian boxers Shiva Thapa, Amit Pangal and Sanjit storm into finals of Asian Boxing Championship in Dubai. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.